Hello, how are you today?
I'm very good. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. And what's your name?
My name is Natasha. What is your name?
My name is Thảo.
Thảo.
Yes,
Nice to meet you, Thảo. Where are you calling from?
I'm from Vietnam. Do you know Vietnam?
From Yes, I do. I do. I actually have friends who are in Vietnam. I'm not sure exactly where, but they are teaching at a school in Vietnam.
Yes. And have you ever been to Vietnam?
Not yet. Not yet. I
Okay.
am originally from South Africa, but I'm currently traveling in Panama, in Central America.
Yes, I've heard of Panama.
A
Yeah.
beautiful place. Have you ever traveled outside of Vietnam?
No, I haven't because
Not yet.
I don't have I don't have enough money.
Yes, I understand. I like to refer to myself and my husband, and I have a 5-year-old daughter, as slow
Yeah.
travelers. And then what we do is we choose a new country and we stay there for 1 or 2 years so we
Yes.
can learn about the language and the culture and the food. And so it's not like staying in hotels and stuff like that because that is very expensive to travel that
Yeah.
way.
Yes. And would you like to visit Vietnam?
I beg your pardon?
Would you like to visit Vietnam?
I would, yes.
Yes, you should come to visit Vietnam because you can try to learn Vietnamese and you can
I'm trying to learn Spanish at the moment.
yes, and you can try Vietnamese food. You know, Vietnamese food is
Hmm.
really good.
Very
Yes,
healthy.
yeah, we
What
have
is the one thing that you would recommend if someone had to say to you, "Tao, I'm coming to Vietnam. What do you think I should go and visit? What do you recommend I see?" What would your answer be?
yes, you should come to visit Hanoi. Have you ever heard of Hanoi?
No, I don't know.
Capital of Vietnam. Okay, the capital of Vietnam.
Uh-huh.
Yes, and I have to say that in Hanoi we have many fresh vegetables and fruits that you can
Hmm.
try. Very healthy.
Okay,
Yes.
and what are the beaches like in Vietnam?
Can you repeat?
What
I'm
are
sorry.
the beaches like, the oceans? Do you go to the beach?
I'm sorry, but I have never gone to the beach before.
Okay. Do you live
Yeah,
very far from the
I live
beach?
I live near the mountain.
Near the mountain.
Yes.
Okay, so do you live close to Cambodia?
Yes.
Ah, okay, all right. And what is the weather like in Vietnam?
Now in Vietnam is summer, so very hot.
Okay, and do your winters get very cold?
Not too cold. Winter in Vietnam not too cold.
Not
We
too
don't
cold.
have snow.
Okay, no, so it never snows in Vietnam.
Yes, and
Okay.
I wish I can see snow once time.
It's very cold.
Yeah.
Very, very cold. In my home country, in South Africa, it
Yeah.
also it doesn't snow all over like you would see in America and that sort of stuff, but it does snow in certain parts of our country in like
Yeah.
July and August because that's proper winter in South Africa. It's very, very cold. So
Yeah.
some years it'll snow, and I've been where it's been snowing, and it is the coldest I've ever been in my whole life. But I still want to go to places like Canada or Michigan, where the snow is like this deep, and you need
Yeah.
to trudge through in snow boots, and you can build snowman, and so I want to do that.
Yes. Very interesting. I think so. when I
Yeah.
when I have a chance to see snow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Another thing, Thao, is what do you do? Are you a student? Are you working? Are you a
I'm a,
mom?
yes, I'm a student at high school, and
Okay.
uh, last year in high school.
Last year. So do you know what you want to do after high school?
Yes, I will go to the university
Okay.
after. Yes,
What are you going to
and
study?
I will study about English and math because I want to become an English teacher. But
Okay.
besides, yes, but besides, I want to learn a little about economic.
Yes, very important.
Yes,
Very important. And another thing about getting an English degree and being able to teach is that will open up the ability for you to travel and perhaps teach outside of Vietnam as well, or even online.
I think because I also like to travel, so I
Hmm.
think I will improve my English to travel and teach English.
Yes, yes. And
Yeah.
another thing that you can learn to do, if you want to travel and work online, I know that a lot of people learn how to code, for example. And if you're interested in math, you might be interested in coding. I sent you a link. That freecodecamp.org, they will
Yes.
teach you how to code, and it's completely free. So you wouldn't have to pay anything if you wanted to learn how to do something like that.
Yes. Thank you.
It's a pleasure. I always say I firmly believe that a woman should have the ability to have their own income if they wanted, to travel if they want to just do whatever. I think it's important that we have that that self-sufficiency and the
Yes.
ability to look after ourselves. So,
Yes.
do you have any brothers or sisters?
Yes. I have a brother, and he is older than me.
Okay, how much older than you?
Mm, now I'm 17, and he is 25. 8.
8 years. Okay, so
Yeah.
I have also one brother, but he is 4 years younger than I am.
Yes.
And
Wow.
what does your what does your brother do?
My brother, he is a leader for a company.
Oh, so he's like a manager or a CEO?
The manager,
Manager.
not
And what
CEO.
does and what does his company do? Casino, did you
Mm,
say?
yes, I can write for you because I think you know this company.
Samsung. Yes,
Yes.
I have a Samsung. Well, I had.
Um,
I upgraded.
yeah. Smartphone.
Okay, good, good. And what else? If you think about your country and what your brother does and what you're going to do, how do you think um, teaching is going to make a difference for you?
Uh, can you? I'm sorry, but can you repeat your question?
Yeah, no, sure. I just want to know that you've decided that you're going to go to university to study English and math, right? Because you want to be a teacher. So how do you think being a teacher is going to change your life?
I think. I think when I teach. Uh, I don't know how to describe it in English, but I
Hmm.
think.
Make a big
I
difference?
Yeah, I think not very different
Not very
because
different.
yes, because now I'm trying to teach my cousin. You know.
Oh, okay. All right. Are you teaching him English?
Yes,
You are?
I teach him how to pronunciation about the
Ah,
pronunciation. You know.
yes. And that is one of the most, I think the most difficult things about any language is learning how to correctly pronounce certain
Yes.
words. And
Yes.
I always recommend watching English movies, listening to English music, and then
Yes.
making use of YouTube. So you could go onto YouTube and watch something, and then if it's a new word or something you're unsure of, it's just to hit rewind, pause it, repeat it, and then listen to it to make sure that you're saying it the right way. I know with the Spanish that I'm learning at the moment, I do that as well. So I go for class because I think the best way that you can learn how to speak a language is to actually speak a language with a native speaker. So that's what I do. But then I also make use of Spanish radio and Spanish TV and Spanish videos, and that seems to be helping with that pronunciation.
And now I'm trying to watch Harry Potter and read.
I love Harry Potter.
Yeah. I love Harry Potter too. And now
it is probably my all-time favorite.
Yes, and now I'm trying to read Harry Potter in English to improve my reading skills.
Yes. And when you what book are you on in the English book?
I think you mean the first or
which English book are you currently reading of the Harry Potter series? Or are you still doing the movies?
Both.
But are you doing both?
Yes. Now I'm doing both. But
okay.
I think when I watch movies, it may be easier than when I read books.
Yes. So books are very, very good. I mean, they're exceptional. Have you heard of a platform called Audible?
No, I haven't.
That's I think I don't know how much exactly it costs, but I know you do get a free 1-month trial or something like that. But they actually have English-speaking people who read books to you. So they record the book and then you buy the book as an audio book, and then you can listen to it. Because while reading is powerful, if you read in English and you mispronounce a word while you're reading inside your head, there's no way of knowing whether or not you're reading it correctly.
Yeah, so I can improve my listening skills also.
Yes, improving your listening skills will automatically improve your speaking skills because you will understand people quicker. You know, sometimes with a new language, when people talk too fast, you're like, what? if you, I do that with the Spanish ladies too. They speak so fast. I'm like, oh, slow down. And sometimes I don't always catch what they're saying. So I know that the more I improve my listening skills and I'm able to pick up on the different words, the better my pronunciation becomes, because when they speak, I understand them and I can actually join in on the conversation now. Whereas 2 months ago, I was like, I'm never going to speak this language. But it is getting better.
Yes, I think I'm really happy. I'm really lucky to talk with you because you are learning Spanish.
Yes, I understand how difficult. And Spanish is my 4th language, So I understand the challenges of learning a new language. And it doesn't matter how many languages you learn, how many languages you speak. Every time you attempt to learn a new language, something it has its own challenges and its own. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's difficult, or not. I wouldn't say easy, but there are some parts of a language that are easier than other parts, and some parts that are more difficult than other parts. So but it's fun, and I think languages open up many doors, and they allow us to communicate with so many people that we wouldn't normally be able to.
Okay, and we are also learn the new language, and maybe we are understand each other.
Yes. So I agree. And I know, like I said, I'm learning how to speak Spanish, but I am not yet at a level in Spanish that I would be comfortable reading a Harry Potter book in Spanish. So you are doing really, really good. Because I'm like, watch Harry Potter in Spanish. I couldn't. So, but maybe that will be my next goal, right? Maybe my next goal will be to watch the first Harry Potter in Spanish, but I'll put the subtitles on so that I can see what's happening. So,
Yeah.
do you use subtitles?
Yes. When I watch the film, I use.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah. I think I might try that because I'm interested in Harry Potter, so I will pay attention. Sometimes, if I'm just watching a normal Spanish thing on Netflix or something, just so that I can hear the language, I switch off because I'm not interested in what I'm watching. So every now and again, I'll be like, oh, I'm not paying attention.
Yeah.
So generally, Harry Potter
Yeah.
might work better.
You love Harry Potter, so who is your favorite character in Harry Potter?
Hermione, without a doubt.
Oh, me too.
I think
I love
she's
too.
she's smart and she's
Yes.
witty and she's funny and
Yes.
very great character. But in real life, she's also really smart and she's really quite an activist for women. So
Yes. She is really smart, and I like her hair, her
yeah.
big hair. Yeah.
And also Hagrid. I'm a big fan of Hagrid.
Wow. Yes, me too. Hagrid is really kind. Yes.
Yes, he is. Yeah, and he's just every time I see Hagrid in the movie, they portray him as this really big dude. But I think of him in my mind as a gentle giant. So whenever Hagrid comes on, that's kind of like what comes into my head.
Yes, and I like Hagrid when he is ride motorbike, fly,
Yes.
fly.
Yes, and and he gives Harry's cousin a pigtail for eating the cake.
Yes.
Yeah, so that was one of my favorite scenes.
Yeah.
So what is your favorite scene of Harry Potter? What do you, when you think Harry Potter, what scene pops into your head?
I think I hate Tom Riddle. Tom Riddle.
Tom Riddle with the diary.
What do you think? What do you think of Tom Riddle when he is young? He is.
I think when he was young.
Yes, and when he was a student in Hogwarts.
I think if he hadn't found that diary and been subjected to all of that, he might have turned into a good person.
Yeah.
But I think that maybe he was corrupted by what he found.
Yeah.
I think that turned him into Voldemort. Or he who shall not be named. So I don't know. I think him and Moaning Myrtle as well.
Yeah.
Who I didn't understand when I was watching growing up that Moaning Myrtle actually committed suicide and that's why she was trapped in the bathrooms and all stuff like that. But now that I understand it, that I'm older, I'm like, well, shucks. That is so relative to what happens around in the world where teenagers get depressed and they commit suicide. And like, maybe that was J.K. Rowling's way of trying to open up people's eyes to what is happening. I don't know. I always look for the meaning behind the script. We have 2 minutes, Thảo. I wanted to ask you, what do you think of J.K. Rowling's story, the woman who wrote the books? Do you know much about her?
Yes, I think J.K. Rowling, she is really, really good writer.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a big fan of her. And I really admire her.
Yes, I mean, I think she got rejected like by 40 different publishing houses. She submitted the first book under a man's name because they didn't want to publish a woman. And then she refused to sell it unless they published under her name, which is why she used her initials instead of her real name. So, yeah. And her husband told her she'll never be a good writer, and he divorced her. So
Okay.
But it was awesome chatting to you. We only have about 20 seconds left. I just want to say thanks for calling in. This was great, and I hope you have an awesome day.
Yes, and I really like to talk with you, and very nice to meet you. And
thank you so much.
Spanish. Yes.
Thank you. Ciao.